Hi guys, we are live, and what a tense situation you are joining us in right now. We're watching the Benidorm Fest live results, and 2 points separate St. Pedro in second and Nebulossa in first. Now, put it this way, that means nothing at this stage, because televote tiebreak means whoever wins out of Nebulossa and St. Pedro will win. I'm pretty sure, it's whoever wins out of those two wins. So very tense at the moment. I think it's a bit split. Quickly now, Samuela, you want Nebulossa to win. Sandra, Sanya, sorry.
I want San Pedro.
St. Pedro, and I'm more St. Pedro out of the two. I don't think anyone else can win. So what a tense situation we are in. Feel free to comment your thoughts on the Benidorm Fest either now or at the end of this. We're getting the televote as we speak. Miss Caffeina came in last place in every single vote. It was nice of them to show up. Yeah. On to 7th place now. Put it this way: whoever is out first out of Nebulossa and St. Pedro loses. Whoever the other one is will win. It couldn't be closer. The televote could not have more of a say if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Maria Peláe, 20 points, 7th place with the televote. You just know that the numbers are going to... Sophia Call in 6th place with 22 points. You just know the numbers are going to shoot up on this as soon as we get the result. And there will be some thoughts, I'm sure, regardless of the result. Oh! San Pedro with 25 points. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sanya.
So I know I guess we have a winner.
We do have a winner. Let's see what the final results are elsewhere. But that does mean we have a winner. Let's see how the rest of the scoreboard shapes out.
But he came 5th in televote. How?
Almácor 4th place.
No,
maybe the running order had an impact, being second in there. Man, this is certainly a result and a choice for Spain. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm sure there'll be some thoughts in the chat. There'll be thoughts amongst us. We're just waiting. Angy Fernández, 3rd place in the televote. Very respectable result. Likely, I believe, 4th place for her. Very happy for her.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, there's another talking point here. If it's Jorge González with the televote.
Oops. Still plays for Eurodrama.
I mean, wow. we will elaborate more on our thoughts once we get the confirmed results. Trust me, guys. I'm sure you have as many thoughts, positive or negative, just like us here. I don't know why a certain act is nervous here. They know they've won.
Yeah.
They can do the math, surely. Nebulossa did win the televote, which means that the winners of Benidorm Fest, Jorge González, came in 2nd, will be in 4th overall. That means that the winners of Benidorm Fest...
I'm still behind. I cannot understand anything right now. Okay, so they won.
Sorry, they won. So that means the winners of Benidorm Fest 2024, and representing Spain at Eurovision in Malmo is Nebulossa with the song Zorra. Many thoughts will be shared throughout however long this takes, I am sure, both positive and negative. The people are starting to form now. Yeah, Bubble Pirate, really sorry for you. Mark, yes, this Super Saturday has been wild. Many talking points, not just from Spain, but from all over the continent. I mean, my word. It's not even the last song we're getting this evening. Malta haven't announced their act. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell us potentially who's won there. But, yeah, wow. Interesting. Interesting, Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Welcome
That's
to
the
the
reaction.
that is genuinely the first time I've ever seen that emoji. 21 people now. It's just going to start pouring in. You gotta love the thoughts on Benidorm Fest. Bubble Pirate. Yeah, people love that track. Zorra. Samuele showing us his face. It's not working, Samuele. Come on. Oh, hey.
Yay.
Well, you know what, Samuel? A man is very happy. Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? Because we know what's going to happen as soon as me and Sanya start talking about this. Let's start with a positive note here. Samuele, Zorra is going to Eurovision. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Let's try to be objective here. Is it gonna
Yes.
be good in Eurovision? Absolutely not. It's gonna be a moment. Of course it is. It's gonna be a pure moment on the Eurovision stage, and knowing how Spain stages their entry will be absolutely phenomenal. It will flop really good, really good. It will become. I think it will come last, if not in the 20th position, more or less. But I am really happy. It was my favorite out of all the contestants, music wise. So I'm happy. I don't care about anybody's opinion tonight. I am happy. I didn't see it coming. I in the last three days I didn't see it coming, but tonight the performance was great. Also, of course, she's not that heavy singer, I would say.
I'm sorry, Samuele. That's putting it lightly. That's putting it
So the
lightly.
people screamed in the arena. They were the clear winners. Yeah, I have some problems of connection. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Now?
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
going
it's
in
freezing.
and out, Samuele. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of problem of connection. That's it.
Well, we will work with it throughout the night. If you need to leave and come back in to help with the internet, absolutely fine. Okay, so I know Samuele said he doesn't really care what anyone said, but meanwhile, Sanya, let's have a discussion about Zorra. Because
I'm really happy for Spanish people that they decided to send something not at all what Europe wants, but what they want. Because I think that's what matters. I prefer Nebulossa to Jorge. I prefer Nebulossa 100% to Jorge, because Jorge would be sending something that Europe wants, and they will give us points and la la la. But and blah blah blah. But sending something, yeah, sending something that they enjoy very much. You could see live audience screaming their lungs out to Nebulossa. I'm really happy for them, even though San Pedro was my favorite. But I'm happy for Spain, and not deciding to like send something safe and something, I don't know, top whatever material, but something that they don't care about the results. They want fun, and that's what matters.
So let's go to the comments before we head to my results, because they're pouring in as we speak. On the ground, lovely to see you here. Spanish viewer here, love Zorra, but Caliente was the whole package. Bad decision. DJ Sarah Halloran, in case you haven't figured out by this point, Zorra won in Spain with the song Nebulossa. Mark, I'm not going to lie, I like Zorra, but I feel it will do nothing at ESC. Oliver, hello, lovely to see you, crazy. ARMA the third. Hola a todos. This is the most anticlimactic result of the night. Well, we haven't had Malta yet. Bubble Pirate saying, how far do you think this will go? Get in the grand final of Eurovision. We will discuss that a bit later on, I'm sure. On the ground saying Angy or Jorge was much better. Vincent, buenas noches, horas. ESC Manga saying Angy and Jorge. And Ozzy Oza, while I wanted Angy, Zorra finally clicked with me tonight. I'm cool with this. PPD, bottom. Well, he's on the fence. Or she. So. Yeah. Can't say I'm a fan of this. This might be my last place out of all the songs.
No, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad for me. It's maybe my second place, so I'm more to Samuel, similar to Samuel than you.
We still have Moldova to come.
I mean, currently, Samuele, currently. Look, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you took
comments, if you want to say the comment.
Look, no, okay, I'm sorry.
I can see why people not understand it.
I feel
Can you hear
like,
me?
yeah. Sorry, you're cutting in a bit in and out, but I feel like if you took the audience singing along out, it's it's not as good. The jury does not vote for it as nearly as much. I'm sorry. The Nebulossa's vocals are not necessarily good. They are one note. They are quiet. The audience was louder. I would argue that people partly voted for it because of the visuals and the target demographic of Benidorm Fest, which I am not necessarily in. I just feel like, was this as strong a year of Benidorm Fest as previous years? No, it wasn't.
Mm.
But was there entries that could have got Spain another good result, like a Blanca, even like a Blanca Paloma, maybe not Chanel, but somewhere in between? Yes, I believe there was. I believe Angy could have done it. I believe Jorge, I think, could have done it, because at the end of the day, it is that typical Spanish sound that certain fans will, casual fans will connect to. I believe San Pedro could have done it, especially with the juries. Nebulossa, this is bottom 5. I do not see this ending up anywhere else other than bottom 5. I can't see. At the end of the day, what you've also got to consider is, I appreciate that, Sanya, what you're saying about Spanish fans sending something they want. I get that. I do get that, but there are certain, and I get that with certain countries, I appreciate wanting to send something that resonates with them. But at the end of the day, this is still a contest. You do need to be an element of, let's try and get a good result here. And just sending the party song, which I don't think, won't do anything. What's that going to do? At the end of the day, it's just going to result in Spanish fans complaining when they get bottom 5 in May. That's all that's going to really happen. There's probably some Spanish fans on Twitter complaining about the result right now. So imagine what they're going to be like a few months down the line. So yeah, I don't know. I feel this is a step backwards for Spain. I'm not best pleased. I'm happy to look, if I'm wrong and they get higher, fine. I'm not a gospel expert or anything. My word isn't gospel, but I feel like this is a massive, massive downgrade, considering the quality that Slow-Mo and AR brought to the winner. Zorra is nowhere near competitive enough, and Samuel, I'm sure, is just sorting out their internet. So let's go to here. ESE Manga, sorry, Spain, this is not my favorite this year. Mark saying Spain is higher than France right now on the scoreboard. A lot of Spanish fans use that scoreboard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not putting much.
That's true.
Anything. I'm not going to necessarily pay attention to much rankings until actual Eurovision, because at the end of the day, a lot of Spanish fans use Eurovision sites and will vote for their own country. Ozzy Ozza saying, at least we got tonight, which is my main priority. I'm glad you brought that up and put me in a positive mood again, Ozzy Ozza. Yes, we did get God tonight, and I'm very, very happy about that. Michael Forbes saying Spain clearly doesn't want to win Eurovision. Nebulossa is vocally weak. Yeah, it is. The juries, I'm sorry, but the juries clearly were listening to the live crowd and couldn't really hear the vocals. That's the downside to maybe being in the arena. Bubble Pirate, though, saying, Samuele, maybe Nebulossa needs you as a dancer. Would you be happy to be in that outfit, Samuele?
If they want me also as a backing singer, I would be more than glad to do it.
Go for it.
There's no need for backing singers, because if the audience in Malmo sings like the audience tonight, then there's no need, actually.
When we say our bottom 5, yeah, I'd imagine that. I don't think we need much translation with that. Hanka saying I disagree with you. Fair enough, you can disagree with me. I'm not. My opinion's not gospel, and that's absolutely fine. And it's good. At the end of the day, it's good that people enjoy these songs, because that is what it's mean. Michael Forbes, Spain giving Germany competition for last place. Hey, if Germany select correctly, they are not going for last place. I'm telling you that now.
But they will send something safe, and Zorra is not safe, so it could go either really good or bad.
Yeah, it could. I mean,
I can see it still not finishing like bottom 5.
We will see. I question whether it will. I question whether it will connect outside.
I mean, I predicted Blanca Paloma to win, so I better shut up. But yeah.
I think Jess also did that, to be perfectly honest. Veep Gaming, hello. Harry's comments in the semi-final one preview video age ballot. Yeah, most of mine do. Most of my comments do. Fair enough. Aussie Oppa, don't disrespect Reich like that. Exactly. I think if they send Reich, that Germany will be near the top. Lee Fern, hi guys. I'm so happy Spain gone straight to my number 1. Cannot contain my excitement. I'm so happy for Spain. This is going to make an impact in Malmo for sure. Stop about last place for Spain. Again, you can disagree. That's
it has like a cultural reset potential because I don't know. It's
and
really
grannies
different.
every year.
So
I don't know. Like
for Spain, yeah, it's different.
So let's go on to other songs in the evening, because at the end of the day, there were other contenders, especially to win. We'll go through, I think, maybe those four, and any others that we want to talk about after, potentially we can go on to. But let's talk about second place, possibly the other strong contender to win. Obviously, the winner of semi-final 2 with St. Pedro. We'll start again with the positive side more. I'm not saying, Samuela, you don't like this, but I know, San, you wanted St. Pedro to win. What was your thoughts on St. Pedro's performance this evening?
So from the first time I heard the song, I loved it. So I have to admit that in the second semifinal, I was a little bit disappointed with the staging, but it had its good elements. And tonight he sounded better, and I expected him to like keep that first place with the juries. Because he was better vocally tonight than 2 days ago. So I don't know. I would have preferred it if it had won, but yeah, I don't know. I still think they had big potential with San Pedro, because it's also something really different that we're not really used to. But it would be more like safe, but for some people boring. For me, not, of course, because I'm a fan of the song, but some people are saying that. Sorry, Samuela, we can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
no,
we can hear you.
I just wanted to say my opinion about San Pedro, because first of all, I have to say I love the song. It was one of my favorite and one of the most competitive for Eurovision. But this night, I saw it for the, and it was, as Tanya said, a little bit less fun. And I'm not saying this in Eurovision optics, because we all know that Spain is a big five, so it's gonna compete just one time, and we're gonna hear just 1 minute of the performance in semifinal 2, if I remember correctly. So I'm not just, but for those that don't really like slow ballads in general, but can appreciate ballads and hear the song multiple times, as I did, because I love ballads. I love ballads in Latin language, Italian, but today I was less amused, even if the performance was perfect. But the performance this time, I think that vocally it was perfect. In final 2, it was beautiful, and I was transported away that I was never transported with Benidorm Fest, apart from I Mama in the first. San Pedro this night was perfect. Was perfect on so many levels, but it lacked, for me, it didn't get me as a bolero song should. And I fear that if Spain selected it for Eurovision, it would have the same kind of grab towards people that maybe like ballads in general, not completely engaged with a ballad so intimistic, first of all, and so Spanish, but bolero is completely different. So I think that if we want to really talk about competition within the Eurovision Song Contest, we have to go on other acts. For example, Jorge. Jorge was Eurovision, okay? And I'm not saying that it was competitive or not. I'm saying that it was perfect for Eurovision because it's what Europe expects from Spain. Am I saying that it was a good song? Absolutely. It was fresh. It was completely Spain cliche at its highest. But it was for Eurovision. It was crafted for Eurovision, and it was what Europeans expect for Eurovision. San Pedro is completely different. San Pedro is what Spain would say if they ballad, if they, but with the risk of being a bolero ballad that stays pretty much in the middle chords, doesn't go really high, doesn't go really low, and just at the end it's open. Not a enormous emotional ballad like Slimane won. It's completely different. And I fear that the comparison with Slimane would have drawn Spain near the, like, not in the bottom. I don't think San Pedro would have come.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
At least on the left, on the right side.
Yeah, I feel like, well, let's go to some comments actually first. Little John saying UK, Spain and Norway are my top two now. Oh, God loses, the changes in the air. Rich saying just joined the stream, but oh my God. Neil Era saying Spain with Nebulossa and Italy with Loredana next week. Europe aren't ready. Actually, just quickly, we will address this. Hi, everyone. Rehad. Are you guys doing streams after Samuelo nights, which start on Tuesday? Samuele, I'm sure, will be covering that all of next week. You will see his face many, many times. And I'm sure the rest of the boxcars as well.
I said this in the first of. We are still not sure if the lives of Sanremo will be right after, because I'm that all the nights of Sanremo will be after 2 a.m. So I feel that we are gonna participate the lives to the, of course, to the I don't have it.
Next
Afternoon?
day or
At the afternoon.
To the following afternoon, apart from, of course, the live in the for the final. I'm still not sure. We still have to agree with the board, and we have to agree on that. But yes, we are gonna follow Sanremo. We are gonna be there. We are gonna stay alive.
stay awake.
Stay away. Yeah, so we'll be covering Sanremo all of next week in some case.
Sanremo.
AMR, so only two possible ways results-wise this could go: Constructor or Trentkul or Kendrick and James Newman, nothing in between. I sort of agree with that, to be perfectly honest. And then Neil Ara saying also St. Pedro was perfect tonight. Yes, we lack something emotional though. So I see that. I feel like, but out of the two, I mean, I still would have much preferred St. Pedro. At the end of the day, that has massive jury appeal. I thought he sang very well tonight, despite what people say in the comments. But I think out of the likely favourites going into this evening, I would have preferred that. I think this would have given the authentic Spanish element that still would have worked amongst casual fans as well. But we will see.
One of the things I discussed about in final two, in the lives after the final two, was that the performance of San Pedro lacked something so special. Lacked something that it was the colors and the beauty of also the of San Pedro. That performance was beautiful. The performance on the Benidorm stage, but it was lacking something visual as well, that I think would have elevated the song even.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go on to first of all, we've got some love for you, Sanya, in the chat from Mr. System 96. So it's always good to see love for our Voxers here. So let's go on to third place of this evening, and that was yes, I've just seen someone here. Samuelo's microphone is he's having internet issues, so we are doing our best here. We still want you to have the opportunity to hear Samuelo's lovely voice. So we will try. So let's go on to third place.
Is it
better? Yeah, it's slightly. We'll work with it. So let's see. Let's go on to third place for this evening, and I will start with this because it was Angy Fernández with second. So my personal winner of the entire night and the entire Benidorm Fest. I feel like this has been underrated throughout the entire process. Samuel's phone is starstruck.
Yeah, because actually I was trying with my computer and my computer was not working. Now I'm trying with my phone, but it's in charge, so I don't know where to put it.
It's fine. People are also saying maybe just stay a bit closer to your phone, so maybe it's closer to the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yeah. So Angy Fernández with second soy. I love this. I thought that it also improved because they sorted out the mic issues from semi-final one. That massively improved. I love the storytelling here because it really conveys the message of of mental health, of staying strong. And there's also power. Angy Fernández has got so much sass on stage, so much conviction, and her vocals also top notch. I thought this was the complete package. I think this would have been actually Spain's best option to send to Eurovision, because who doesn't love a good pop rock song at Eurovision? And this, I feel like I think this would have done very, very well. I'm gutted to see this did not get more love overall compared to some other songs topping more votes, because I thought this was deserving of even higher than third place. But Samuele, we'll go to you first. What are your thoughts on Angy Fernández?
Yeah, I have to say that, as I said previously, it was not my favorite song coming in Benidorm Fest, but of course also the performance and the staging elevated the song for me, and in the end it ended up being one of my favorites, at least for in Eurovision optics. So I have to say that me either saw Angie's song and Angie's performance as the complete package, even if I liked other songs and other acts more, but at least, as I was saying before, this was a complete package and this was really good in Eurovision optics, better than Jorge.
Better than, well, we'll come to Jorge in a sec. We'll just come to some comments, Sanya, then we will head to your thoughts on Angy Fernández. Thank you so much. 71 people in the chat. Again, I know it's Saturday night, guys, but we do, fair play for you staying up this late. Maybe you're staying up for Malta's result if it hasn't happened. I don't know. It might have happened already. Who knows? Andres Elbas saying people in Spain don't care about what others think outside. They are just honest to send what they like, and it represents them. And if it wins, they'll see what happens through it. This honestly. I agree to an extent, but again, people will complain if this doesn't do well in May, so they do care what other people outside do think. I think I partly agree. I do partly.
I need to say one thing. If every country thinks what Europe expects from us, we would see like 38 or how many countries
37.
we have this year. 37 songs that sound like Caliente. Because
that is true.
Yeah, and we don't want that because that would be boring to have too many similar songs because we think that is what other people want. No, yeah, let's send what they want and let's take a risk.
I'm fully fine with that. But my argument with this always is, again, coming back to the fact it is a contest. So maybe the fact of a song doing well in Eurovision doesn't have to be at the forefront of a person's mind. But if you want your country to win the contest, then you do have to have it a little bit in the back of your mind that maybe Zorra, maybe there's other options that will do well at Eurovision. I don't know. There is a fine balance. It's not either way.
It is what it is, because I have to say, and I have to agree with Sonia here, that in general, if Benidorm Fest, as RTV wants to be, if Benidorm wants to become the festival of the Spanish music, so it is good that something like Nebulossa triumphs, because in the end it is what Spanish people want. And I'm completely agree with what Sanya said. Of course, I see your point, Harry, and it's what I have been struggling with, having Sanremo as a national selection also in Italy, because here we are televoting, we are voting for the winner of our contest and the best song in our own Italian centered optics. So, and of course, if this works for Italy, because maybe the Italian industry is appreciated in Europe, maybe it is like this. Maybe we choose something that we like, but also that Europe can appreciate. In Spain, the musical industry is a slightly different. They really like urban pop. They really like cultural reference stuff. So it is a little bit different from, for example, what is a Melodi Festivalen or what is Sanremo nowadays. Because also in Melodi Festivalen, people also, okay, Melodi Festivalen was created in order to be the national selection for Sweden, but later on it became a proper festival where people express also their ways of seeing that. And we saw it with, for example, Cornelia. Sweden actually taking a risk there, and it was the best risk that they took for in 2022. But of course, if Benidorm is at a two-road, let's say, is in fronting two roads, either becoming a full national selection for Eurovision or becoming a proper festival. And I think that with this win, they decided to slightly vert on the second.
That's absolutely fair. And yeah, but just to clarify, guys, we are all, at the end of the day, we're all just sharing our opinions on what we feel.
Of course.
I just have I have a different opinion to Sanya, Samuele, and this comment here. No one here is wrong. And also, I can't change Nebulossa going to Eurovision. Just I'm not. That is not my intention.
Exactly.
With what? So let's go to some more.
It's just
comments.
a disclaimer. As
yeah,
we
absolutely.
always say in our videos, in our lives, in our reactions, we are just here to express our comments. We are nobody. We don't No,
No, I agree.
we are nobody. We don't have. We are not professionals. Sanya is professional. Sanya composes music.
Not at all, but I participated.
Sanya composes music, so she participated as composer in Dora. No.
Yes,
So,
you did. But
uh,
no, absolutely.
we are here just to give our comments as Euro fans and enjoyers of music.
Our humble
Exactly.
opinions.
Humble opinions. And who doesn't love a healthy debate when it comes to Eurovision? I'm sure the comments underneath this video will 100% agree with my point of view on this. Anyway, Jess, Jess saying hi, guys. Jess from Eurovoxx, of course, in the comments. Really like the winning song. Although I don't think it's 100% right for Eurovision. Love the 80s vibe.
Is this
going
our
on.
Eurovoxx?
This
Jess?
is our Jess. So
Because I have something to say to her. That one friend of mine compared actually Nebulossa to Say Na Na Na, and I know Jess loves Say Na Na Na.
I would argue that Jess probably prefers Say Na 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 to Zorra. And then Oscar, hello to you in the chat. How have none of my national final winners not won a national final? Are you new to this national final system here, Oscar? That's the norm, I would argue. And then going on to this, because we do actually want to hear from Sanya on this. AMRA is the first saying Angy had the best performance of the night, even of the whole Benidorm Fest this year. Let's go back on track to what, because bless you, Sanya. You've been waiting so patiently.
I actually thought Andy could win. Today I was walking my dog and listening to Benidorm songs, and Angy came up, and I was like, she maybe can win this tonight, because she had a big comeback. And people in Spain love her, and she was in musical theater more than in music and everything, and she was maybe, if you ask me, the best in terms of stage presence and interpretation of spreading her message to the people, to the audience behind the screens. So yeah, I love the performance. I don't know about the result and Eurovision potential. I'm not sure what to predict at all, but I love the performance. She elevated the song. I like the song in the first place, but she managed to elevate the song with her stage presence and on stage and off stage, because she seemed really a fun and nice person in the interviews and everything. So yeah, she's so likable.
Absolutely. Yeah, I 100% agree. Very likable. And you know what, Angy, come back another time, please. We would love you back at Benidorm Fest with some more rock. Give me rock, Spain. Give me rock. Rich, you have Samuele, sorry, you have a lovely fan. Samuele, you are somebody. Somebody I love. You've got a new fan. Olga Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us today. Finally, we show no more Hot Boys, really hypnotic. Spain is more than this. Okay. I would argue.
No booty.
I would argue that Zorra winning based on the performance does not prove that wrong. But, you know, each to their own. Just saying they personally don't see any resemblance between Zorra and Say Na Na Na. Fair enough. Listen to it enough times, Jess, and you will. Ale is saying, thank you for joining us, Alej. Alej, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Well, it's not my favorite, definitely, but it's a choice of Spain. I respect it. That is definitely the most diplomatic answer we are going to get this entire evening. Let's go on to fourth place, because it is definitely one that we should talk about, because it was the one that won the demoscopic jury and even second in the online televote, and definitely had a buzz coming out of semi-final 2. Probably one of the more talked about songs of this entire Benidorm Fest after staging. Jorge González with Caliente, finishing 4th overall, actually the same spot he finished in semi-final 2. So, Sanya, he came in 6th place when it came to the juries, and let's say the Spanish fans, they were peaceful about it, of course. They didn't really make much of a fuss, but you could tell deep down that they really wanted something else. So he did improve. He got 5th place overall in the jury. Bit higher score, beating songs that he lost to back in Heat 2. What were your thoughts on Caliente, just on his result tonight and maybe overall?
I think this result is like deserved. This 4th place is what... I don't know. I think Nebulossa, Angy, and San Pedro were better than him in terms of. I think he actually forgot the lyrics. That he I don't know. He made an error with the lyrics.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight. So, and I liked something. For example, that dance break. I liked something that would convince me more. He wanted so much to spread the same energy as Chanel or I don't know, Eleni Foureira, but he was trying and he almost managed to do that. But for me, maybe if he can, I think that he will come back. That he will try to come back because what we need to appreciate about Jorge is that he is a proper Eurovision fan.
Oh yeah.
So I hope that he will come back with maybe a stronger song. I mean that choreography and dance break we saw it from Chanel, but better. When it comes to the song, we had Muérdame, which had a really similar drop. It was also seen. I want him to come back with something similar, but something different. So yeah.
No, aspetta. I saw a comment. Malta loop.
I know.
What?
I was just going to say breaking news. Someone confirmed this. Sarah Benici seems to have won in Malta with the song "Loop." Can someone just double check and confirm that in the chat? It's not that I don't trust you, Beat Gaming, but I don't want it to be the case of that was your favorite for Malta. Because it's only because it's the first one on there. I'm sure you are correct, but if that is true, breaking news: Sarah Benici is going to represent Malta. Yes, thank you very much for confirming. Loop is going to Eurovision. He's not. I know. I will screenshot this part, but I know one of my friends is going to be very, very happy with that result, and is going to talk about it non-stop until May, which I look forward to. But anyway, Samuele, let's go back to Spain. Jorge González, what were your thoughts on this evening? I'm sure you at very least like the visuals.
I am a married man now, so I cannot say a lot of things about men, but he's a really good-looking guy.
That's not a controversial take at all.
Very well-presented gentleman. And those black flowers on his chest elevate, of course, the song even more. But yeah, the song is what it is. The song is complete trash. It is like somebody from, I don't know, Mexico, Cuba, and Latin America and Spain got in a room, said, okay, now we have to create something that is screaming Latino gay anthem. They just put some random Spanish words in and they did Caliente. And of course, the performance was great. That dance break was a little bit cringe for me because like he did like something like this with the hands. It was quite funny. But I have to say that the performance was okay. The song was pure shit. But I have to say that in general, it would have been a complete package for Malmo. Less than Angy, but a complete package. But Spain sent some quality Boot Hypnotic 3 years ago. This Boot Hypnotic is not that quality, so we can be okay with that.
That's fair. That's fair enough. I would just argue that based.
I see a lot of comments talking about my beauty and. No, I am. I know. Thank you so much. I should 7 or 8 kilos, and then I would be perfect. No, I'm not married. I have a boyfriend. I am with him since 9 months, and we live together, but we are not married still yet. But yes, thank you so much for saying that I'm beautiful.
Sanya, don't worry. Sanya, don't worry. The comments are just not at the target audience for us. That's.
I've been on Benidorm Live last year, so I know. I saw that memes.
Always honest. I will always say what I think, of course, from my little heart, and also from down the pedestal, not
Fair
like.
enough. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I would argue, Samuele, that at least like 75% to 80% of the songs, not just Jorge González, were formulated by Eurovision Gay Anthem. I don't think that was just Jorge González.
But I have to say that there is a good way to craft Eurovision Gay Anthem and a bad way.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
The bad way is actually seeking to take the gay votes, or at least something that the LGBT community could vote for, just by showcasing. You know what I mean? By showing, just by pretending also to be someone that you think those people will like. Zorra is a gay anthem because they say what they think, not pretend to say what other people believe or that's the main difference between Zorra and Caliente. Caliente is just a gay anthem because, of course, I will shake my booty. I will say that I am Caliente. I will say that I'm Fuego. I don't believe that shit. Of course, in the preview, in the postcard, before you say, "Oh, my song is full of message. My song is for empowering people to be like Fuego and Caliente." It's not true. It's not true. It's just because you want to move your ass. That's it.
Anyway, let's go to some more comments. N's Kid 25 saying that Spanish winner was so random. Lee Fern saying about Jorge Samuele, he's gorgeous. Let's not beat around the bush here. Okay, any comments that are not Samuele we've got through. This one's about me. I know it says he's correcting me later. Yes, I am old enough to drink. I am 2 years old enough to drink there. Any other more? I do like this one, to be fair, from Michael Forbes. 9 months is practically married in gay world. Samuele. Anyway, before we make this a Samuele,
sometimes we have like argues like we are divorcing almost.
Don't give people hopes.
Okay. Let's tangent, as much as we all love Samuele. Let's tangent away from. So let's focus more on the song. So Jorge González, my thoughts on it. I actually enjoyed the song beforehand, before this performance. I found it very stereotypically Spanish, and I think that's why it connected with me. At the end of the day, there is an audience for this generic sound, which is easy on the ears, and that you can connect with easily for Spain. And then the performance, look, it's not for me due to I'm not the target demographic due to my preferences, but I can say that most Eurovision fans, it is for them, absolutely. I do have a criticism on the juries here and I worried about this because of the reaction for semi-final 2. I feel like them putting Jorge González 5th, and look, they didn't put him massively high, but putting him 5th above other songs from semi-final 2 completely devalues their opinion and their work. Because at the end of the day, let's be real here. Apart from some sound issues corrected in semi-final 1, not really any of the performances massively improved, I would argue. They were pretty much very similar. So the fact that the jury all of a sudden now like Jorge González more than other songs in semi-final 2 and more than other songs that they had in their top 4 for the jury, it makes them seem like massive hypocrites and just at some point trying to serve the audience. I completely understand that mathematically, because other songs got eliminated, maths-wise, it could work. But come on, guys. I mean, you had Miss Caffeina in 2nd place in semi-final 1 and then dead last in the final. It does not make sense. This is partly why
the complete voting system doesn't make any sense. And we're repeating that for a 3rd year now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they need to change it because it ruined the excitement tonight, for example. They wanted to have a tie on the top, so it could be so exciting, but it didn't happen.
Just to clarify, Lee Fern, sorry, Samuele, we'll get to, I mean 5th in the jury vote, not 5th in the running order, just to clarify. But go on, Samuele.
No, the fact is also that they showcase the actual all voting during the semifinals doesn't give you the kind of expectations that would do just announcing the qualifiers. I would prefer them to announce the qualifiers in the semis, or at least knowing the votings in the end, not just like announcing the votes like we are going to announce the winner. Because if you already know who came first in the semifinal 1 and who came first in the semifinal 2, in the final high expectations for those songs in particular. So why should we showcase all those votes in semifinal 1 and semifinal 2? Just say who qualified, and we have full voting in the final. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like their system is just to drum up interest and stuff. And look, at the end of the day, with Jorge González's votes, that first place mentality, in theory alone, could work with Demoscopic and Televote. If hypothetically Jorge didn't come first with those regardless, and they just heard the crowd was like, oh, maybe we should vote for him. But that should not be the case with the jury at all. At the end of the day, the jury is there to be objective, not subjective. That's your role as a jury. So any credibility the jury have that maybe they didn't think that people had anyway, completely stripped. Changing your vote to that much is ridiculous. At the end of the day, if you're gonna make it interesting, have a different jury for the final and the semi-finals. Don't have the same one and then have your votes cater to more what people think online at the end of the day. So let's go to some thoughts on that. First of all, hello to Ruben, one of our newest Vox members. Hello to our favorite Zorras here. Ruben is in Benidorm Fest himself, along with our Irish compadre as well, Tommy. I'm sure you had a lovely time there, and congrats. And I hope you had just wonderful time there. Olga saying the jury has been cowardly. It has not wanted to decide between the two favorites and has left the choice to the public. The jury has been a coward. Yeah. I wouldn't know for a fact whether they know their points beforehand.
No,
I doubt that. But
they just I saw a video in which somebody from the production gives directly the envelope closed to the.
Yeah. They've not purposely. They've not purposely.
12s, and it can happen. It is really rare, but it can happen that there is a tie.
It can happen. That's absolutely fair. Marianne, I'm really sorry. I
can't translate it.
Do I want it to be translated?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. Go.
So Harry, we are going to zorrear, como bitching, to the top in Malmo, even if they give us 0 points.
I see. Fair enough. And that's your decision. That's absolutely fine. I am not. I'm probably look. The people of Spain and Samuel and Sandra are probably giving you more the perspective of just the Spanish culture being represented. I am giving you the perspective of the competition side. That's the healthy debate we have. So you know what? Going on to actually. I love these comments because of Nebulossa. Rich, I think I would argue they served a different body part, Rich. That's what I would argue.
I think they served both pussy, cock, and ass. So it's good.
The new rock paper scissors, the Eurovision rock paper scissors there. Hankalu saying, Harry, I think you'll be very surprised about points from Zorra. If I am, fair enough. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a predictor.
Harry, to you, it will happen the same as with Let 3. Just to warn you.
Andrea, listen. Dora's in a couple of weeks, okay? I don't want to talk about Dora in worry. You know, all I'm going to say is, for the love of God, can Baby Lasagna please win and not the alternative?
I agree.
I'm with maybe Gasoline as well, but it probably won't win. But Baby Lasagna, please. I do not want the alternative. You people in this channel know my thoughts on the alternative from last year. So let's end this off with the general question that we've sort of answered throughout, but let's get a more definitive answer. So obviously, with a lot of these, we'd ask, oh, is X song going to qualify or not? We don't need to ask that here. Zorra and Spain already in the final. We've sort of roughly suggested where we think this will finish, but let's get a bit more definitive here. Sanya, where do you feel that Spain will finish? I know we haven't got that many songs, but if you go and you just gut instinct now, like me and Samuel have pretty much done this entire stream, where do you feel that this is going to end up?
17th.
Okay, to be fair, you could have said a range, but yeah, thank you for 17. You could have given me a rough range, but I didn't mean like up to 26.
I want to bet on this.
17, fair enough. This will be clipped now if you're correct. Samuele, you can give me a little bit of a range if you want to, but like,
Fun fact is that I wanted to say 17th as well.
Really?
The problem is, right, if people are like, oh, it will do okay but not great, I think 17th is the just default number that you say.
It's in the middle.
14th, 20th.
14th to 20th. I'm going to say bottom 5. I'm going to stand by that opinion. At the end of the day, I'm not necessarily right all the time, but I am a stubborn old back when it comes to my predictions. So I'm going to say bottom 5. Let's go to some other predictions here. Hanka saying if they do good staging, Zorra will be top 5. Interesting. Meanwhile, Mr. Giancana, genuinely thank you so much for being here. Last place. I'm not saying that because of the painting. You know what, Vampad Cat? We're not going to answer that question. You know what? You free spirit. You come up with your own thoughts on which is which and define and explain why. Feel free to do it.
Not follow me on Instagram and asking me these questions. I will respond.
Samuele will tell you in a non-PG setting. Kaitos saying hugs from Spain, Zorra win. Any more Rich saying we aren't going to win, but we're going to have so much fun. That's the San Marino mentality, if I've ever.
That is what I want more in Eurovision. That's something. If maybe I send something that maybe will not win, but something that is authentic to myself, to my country, and will make people either dance, either cry, either feel something. But the most important.
And if you try too hard to win, it can be seen and people see it as being fake or I don't know. So maybe it's better because they come to Benidorm just wanted to have fun. And I think he's the husband, that guy from
I don't know his name either, don't
Nebulossa.
worry.
Yeah, me neither. But he said that she wanted to do it. He wasn't sure. And she just did that because she wanted to. So yeah, that spontaneous part maybe is the best.
Yeah, that's completely fair. And you know what? Because we haven't said it, we are 51 minutes into the stream. I do want to point out, congrats to Nebulossa. I know I'm saying I don't agree with the decision, but fantastic that she is going to Eurovision. I'm not disputing that. She's going to have a whale of a time. Absolutely fantastic. We can disagree on that. Lee Fern saying Spain will finish 13th, but I'm hoping just on the left-hand side.
That's the result.
Maybe I just don't like 13th. Maybe I just don't like 13th. I think Natalia Gordienko finished around there in 2021 as well. Searush saying actually this feels like a Belgium last year shock 7th place. Maybe. Who knows? It's more say na 17th. It did finish 17th. And it did also come top 10 in the televote. So we will see. Thank you very much, actually, Arif at TV. Thank you for joining us as well. He's joined. He's called Mark. So, Ellen, handwrite morning from Australia. What an interesting morning of result. Been up since 4:50 a.m. watching MGP, and now it's almost 10. I am ready to have a nap. That is commitment, and we love to see it from an Australian fan. Thank you very much. Easy Connor, hello. Spain was on the up with Benidorm Fest, now reverted back to their usual way. Thank you, my good friend Connor from Eurovision. Shout out to him. He's on a similar line of thought. And you know what? Because we don't want to end on negative, I do want to find a positive comment to end on here. You know what? Fantastic. Romero Fernandez W here. That means a win for them. And yeah, Spain finally is different. Olga González. Fair enough. And that is absolutely fine. Let's finish on that. Regardless of my thoughts, it's great to see so much positivity about this, regardless of what I think. And let's close it out there. What a night Super Saturday has been. First one of the year, and so much chaos. It definitely lived up to the hype. Maybe your favorite did not win, but you will definitely be talking about this. They will definitely be talking about this for a couple of days. And hell, because of what happened tonight, we've got another song out tomorrow with Ukraine. So fascinating to see what's going to happen there. But at the moment, I believe we have 9 songs for Eurovision 2024, soon to be 10. And one of them representing Spain is Zorra with Nebulossa with Zorra. Samuele, Sanya, thank you so much for being fantastic guests for this evening. Been brilliant. Speak to you. Guys, you've had so much love in the comments. Thank you so much for all of you coming. We've hit like 80 viewers at one point. We're currently on 72. Amazing turnout for this. Always so appreciative of you to spend your time with us. And guys, we will see you next time, whenever that is. But before then, make sure you follow all our socials: Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, especially for the podcast, which there'll be more episodes of that out soon. Make sure you check the website out, like and subscribe on YouTube, and of all that jazz. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.